Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl BeeSparrow, Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio. How y'all doing today? Yes, honey. It is Thursday, August 29th, and I'm here in the ENC enjoying this beautiful weather. You guys may hear some critters in the background. That's because I'm sitting outside, because that's what we do over here at Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio. We are one with nature, honey. Yay! So, y'all, I finally took the time out to watch Divorce in the Black. I remember when I tried to watch it when it first came on the streaming platforms. I tried to watch it, but I couldn't get past the part where she told her sons to take the body out of the casket. For some reason, I just could not get past that part. It started out so slow. I mean, I was like, what is the point of this movie? But then I kept hearing everyone saying good things about it. It was kind of divided. Some people didn't like it. A lot of people liked it. So I kept hearing good reports on it. So I decided to sit down and finally watch it. And to be quite honest with you, it was a good movie. It just takes time. You got to get you some popcorn, get you a beer, or, smoke you a J or whatever it is you do, and just sit down and follow it. It's very good. And not to mention that Corey Hardick did a great job. Shout out to Corey Hardick. I said Hardick, but Corey Hardick. I like Corey Hardick. I was happy to see him, in a film, especially after what he's been going through in the media with his ex-wife, Tia Mowry. So it's a good movie, thin in a movie. Good to watch. And I know a lot of people don't like Tyler Perry movies, especially since he's been walking around in a dress playing as Medea, playing as a woman. I am guilty of watching those movies myself. I know that people don't like it, but sometimes you got to watch a good Tyler Perry movie. And speaking of which, he has a new movie coming out starring Kerry Washington. And I think that this is going to be a very good movie, y'all. If I'm not mistaken, the way that it looks to me, it's about the 68th 88th Central Postal Directory Battalion, a group of women in the Army, special women. We're going to talk about it. Let me go and grab my article, and I'll be right back. Okay? Okay.
Who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. I said, who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. Who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. Who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. I said, who's on point like a dart or an arrow? Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. Who's on point like a dart or an arrow?
What is up, y'all? You're listening to BeeSparrow on Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio.
That's right, y'all. It's your girl BeeSparrow, who's on point like a dart and an arrow. Hey! This is BeeSparrow, and we're talking about the new Tyler Perry movie that is coming out. It is about the 68th 88th Central Postal Directory Battalion, nicknamed the 6888, and they were a predominantly black battalion of women's Army Corps. The 6888 had 855 women, amongst whom were 3 Latinas, both enlisted and officers, and was led by Major Charity Adams. It was the only predominantly all-black U.S. Women's Army Corps until sent overseas during World War II. The group's motto was "No Male, Low Morale." The battalion was organized into 5 companies, headquarters, Company A, B, C, and D, and most of the 688 worked as postal clerks, but others were cooks, mechanics, and held other support positions, so that the 6888 was a self-sufficient unit. Yes, and we got to thank Tyler Perry. We have to thank Tyler Perry for bringing us this news, because I was yesterday years old when I found out about this battalion and this group of women. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see the movie starting Kerry Washington and Ebony Obsidian, who's from Tyler Perry's TV show Sisters. So this is going to be a good movie. And according to People.com, it's a lesser known piece of American history. Because like I said, I was yesterday years old when I learned about these women. And so Kerry Washington and Ebony Obsidian star in the 6888 as real life members of the 6888 Central Postal Directory Battalion, the only predominantly black U.S. Women's Army Corps until sent overseas during World War II, as I mentioned before. People is exclusively revealing the first look at the Netflix historical drama and its December 20th release date. So we have a few more months before this come out. Lord, I pray that most of us, or all of us that want to see the movie, get to see it coming December 20th. Because y'all know we can't make no moves without the Most High, y'all. Hallelujah. That's right. That's right. So, Kerry Washington, who is 47 years old, can be seen as playing Major Charity Adams, the battalion's commanding officer. Obsidian, who is 30, plays Officer Lena King. Tyler Perry, 54, tells people that it was meeting Lena King that inspired his approach to crafting the 6888. After one few hour less session, after being with her for an hour, with her and talking to her, he had a whole script in his head, he says. Okay? So, Lena King was 99 years old at the time, and she passed away earlier this year, Tyler Perry added. She remembered everything about joining the 6888 Battalion and delivering mail overseas alongside her fellow black female officers. The officers' motto, no mail, low morale, reflected their mission late in World War II to bring communications to exhausted soldiers of every race of our country and who were fighting, says Perry. Each of the battalion's 855 women, including King, wanted to fight for her country and wanted to be of service. Shout out to them that wanted to fight for the country. Now, let me tell you something. Not be, okay? But shout out to y'all. I never wanted to be the one to go to the Army or Navy, Marines. But I had friends that did that, and shout out to them. I appreciate you. Okay? Okay.
Buzzz Tweet Radio. You're listening to Buzzz Tweet Radio.
So Tyler Perry goes on to say in this article that the women in this battalion were incredibly important to the war efforts towards the winding down of the war. It's important that these types of stories have their value and their place because so many of us are trying to erase and write out the history of the contributions of certain people. Go on and say it, Tyler Perry. A lot of people are trying to wipe out black history, whether it be in the movies or whether it be in the Bible or whether it be in hip-hop. But Kerry Washington goes on to say she is really so proud to be a part of the film. She says she thinks that Tyler has done an extraordinary job taking this largely untold story and adapting it into a moving narrative work of art that allows you into the hearts and minds of these brave American heroes. And she says the movie resonates with audiences so strongly because although it is a historical drama, the themes in the film are still very relevant today. So many of us know what it feels like to be marginalized, underestimated, and tested, says Washington. This movie is about the magic of what's possible when we join forces to meet life's challenges head on. And it's about fighting for the American dream, even when there are others who believe that the pursuit of that dream does not belong to you. Now, the 6888 producer, Nicole Avant, says, America has a rich, heavy, complicated, and beautiful history, and I think it's critical to tell stories that focus on our American heroes, known and unknown. The 6888th Battalion were true patriots. I'm so thrilled that they are being honored in the moment